Of the 800 cases of fraud that the Auditor General report, you don't know where those people are right now?
So we've identified the 800
But could you tell us where they are?
Well, I wouldn't have that information right here at the desk.
So you don't know? So you don't know if they're in the country still or not?
So the 800 cases are in Canada.
Okay, so you haven't removed them from Canada. And just to be clear, you don't have a functioning exit entry tracking system yet. Is that correct?
Well, the system is in development, but
So
as I
that's a
said
no.
before, this is a function of from
You also said-
Madam Chair, if you allow
1867.
me, I think the entry regime is
The
much more
entry's
mature
there.
than the exit
Okay,
regime.
so you don't know if people leave. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. Minister, you also said that there were no caps on this program until 2024. Is that correct?
I said Canada's system did not have an appropriate cap on temporary resident
Okay.
applications of people coming into the country.
And just to be clear, have you revoked the ability for any colleges that issued permits to fraudulent applications, like to issue new permits? Like, have you said no to any of the colleges that were?
Oh, that was absolutely done prior to me being the minister as well. That
How
that
many?
was an ongoing in the last number of years.
So which ones did you revoke?
So again, I was a former Minister of Labor and Advanced Education provincially, so I know how it works from a provincial
I'm
perspective.
asking from your purview right now, which colleges have you revoked
So
access to?
provinces and territories have a large play on designating designated learning institutions, and a number of them were de-designated.
Which
I know
ones?
that for sure.
Which
Well,
ones?
we can get you the information in terms
Okay.
of the names.
So there's, my colleagues brought up the question of the light touch system, which had a lot of the fraud. Have you abolished that?
So there is no such thing in terms of the way you're describing
The
it.
file system?
We have many systems in
sorry,
place to
Barbie.
take care of
Okay.
those. Yeah.
And then also, I'm just wondering, just to be clear, you said that 14% of the cases of fraud that were identified by the Auditor General, so that's, by my math, about 21,400 people, they claimed asylum. Is that correct?
14% of
Yeah.
the 153. That's correct.
Do you know what the costs to taxpayers were in terms of providing social services to people who were let into the country potentially fraudulently, who then went on to make asylum claims? Have you done that analysis?
That's exactly why we brought C12 in order to curb that practice, because that is not the way to gain entry to Canada's immigration system.
But you still don't know where these people are, right? And you still don't know if they've left the country.
Those
So-
that have put in asylum claims, Canada knows who they are.
Okay, so I
There's
guess
claims
but
before the, yeah.
I guess this is my question. There's a lot of gaps in the system, and yet your government is on track to issue 215,000 roughly new permits between foreign students and temporary foreign workers. Why are you letting in so many more temporary foreign laborers when you don't have a way to track people whose permits might have expired? Like, why are you doing that?
I've traveled across the country. Businesses, communities in all parts of the country are
Yeah, but what about
need
Canadian
temporary
kids?
workers for many different
but
sectors
what
in our
about Canadian?
economy, and we do have a great system. We know people who are coming in; they are security cleared. We know where they're working.
I guess I'm just wondering, if you can't track if people who aren't supposed to be here can leave, why you would be issuing new permits and potentially taking away jobs from Canadian youth in the middle of a jobs crisis. But
1
I
minute.
digress. This is pretty bad, right? Like, even a lot of folks in the media brought out that this was pretty bad. Has the Prime Minister called you at all to discuss maybe speeding up the implementation of some of these things, given that you're issuing over 200,000 new permits? Like, has he called you into his office and said, what the heck?
I have constant meetings with the Prime Minister when we develop our immigration levels plan that was
When was the
tabled
last time you
November
met with him?
5th. And we have discussions all the time. I see the Prime Minister on a weekly basis.
Did he talk to you specifically about the AG report and implementing it fast, fixes faster?
Well, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, but did he meet with you? Like, has he specifically asked you to do that?
As I said, I meet with the Prime Minister. We meet weekly.
Okay, so he has full confidence in you, is what you're saying.
I have confidence in Canadians, and I believe Canadians have confidence in this government and our
I'll take that
and
as a
our
yes.
work
Thank
that
you,
we were
Minister.